he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
When Kobe told Jordan Clarkson to stop going to the whole like a light skin, he wasn't talking about Steph Curry. Hey, welcome to the Official Line Steppers podcast, y'all. I'm Garrett Charles Likely.
And I'm Terry. Ricardo DeShazo II. What's up, man? It's Tuesday, baby. How's it going, brother? Steph Curry's the GOAT now? What are we doing?
I guess so. You didn't see the horns out on Game 7 over the weekend when he put the torch to the Sacramento Kings, dropping a 50-piece in Game 7, the highest scoring effort ever in a Game 7, as he drove a stake right through the heart of the Sacramento Queens.
You got to give it up to Big Steph. That shit was miraculous, man. That was a hell of a performance, bro. Shout out to the Kings for no double teams for a majority of that game, too. Good job on you guys. DeMontis Sabonis, shout out to you for not showing up for the whole series and not shaking hands after the game was done. Just good effort by everybody. Both sides did their parts in giving Steph his...
First of all, are you shaking hands with Draymond after he caught chess as a trampoline?
Bro, come on. There was nowhere to step. What do you think he did on purpose?
Yeah, we've been talking about that shit. Yeah, he 100% did it on purpose. He jumped off of his chest like they brought back the fucking trampoline basketball league. I forgot what that shit is called. Slam ball.
Oh, slam ball?
Yeah.
Nah, it just wasn't nowhere for him to get. Whatever. He was holding his
I'm
fucking
not
foot.
shaking your hand. Fuck you.
Hey, whatever, bro. Fuck it. You lost. You played like shit. You underperformed. What was this? His fourth playoff appearance? He played like ass. He scored like 15 points a game.
Dude had like, 18 in the first half of Game 7 and then 3 in the second half, something like that. Looney just switched on to him and said, nope, you're not going to just push me underneath the basket and shoot these left-handed jump hooks anymore.
Yep. But let's not jump off the tracks. Let's not derail ourselves like a bunch of
We didn't come here to talk about Sabonis. We came here to talk about Steph.
Big Steph, man. So go ahead, get your Steph shit off. You like Steph. That's your boy. He's from North Carolina, so I got no disrespect towards Steph. I'm just a huge LeBron fan, but I don't hate Steph, though.
This one's up there with the all-time Steph performances. Like, nobody else looked willing or able to hit a shot for them. Kevon Looney was their second-best player, and his best thing was just getting the ball off the glass and giving it back out to Steph.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, they were running double teams at him. Klay Thompson couldn't hit a shot. Wiggins couldn't hit a shot. Draymond Green kept shooting even though he couldn't hit a shot. And Steph Curry was like, double team me, triple team me. It don't matter. I'm going to give it up, get it back, make a shot over 2, go to the free throw line. He had a couple shots that I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Like, did you just split into 3 people, Euro step, and then make an and one floater over a fucking center, being triple team?
Man, he was absolutely on fire. But to be fair, like, he needed to do this. I didn't know if he needed to have the best Game 7 ever type performance. Even though it's the first round, he's still important as fuck. Game 6 was bad, so we definitely needed this. And honestly, like, a lot of his good performances, or even like the greater ones that he's had, there's always been like another running mate with him. Like either KD had a good game, or like Klay had a good game as well, or like somebody had a good game alongside him. But this game, nobody really was doing much. I mean, Looney was doing his thing. He was doing his whole great role player type of shit. But no, scoring wise, he wasn't getting much help from anybody, bro. He pretty much did this by himself.
They needed all 50. Jordan Poole was invisible.
Yeah. Wow, he's been invisible.
Kuminga was on the bench. Moses Moody looked shot of confidence. Draymond Green and Klay Thompson seemed willing to shoot, but unable to. You know what I mean? And Gary Payton didn't want to do anything but dunk the ball. And Steph was like, guys, I'll take you to the promised land. Get these fucking loose balls. Get these rebounds. Slap it, tip it over to me, a la Tyson Chandler. I will take us home. And the thing that stood out to me most was like his strength. This is a game where I like really noticed how much he's hit the weight room and how he was able to absorb contact and make several and ones. And I was just like, this is a dude who would have been laying on the floor like Joel Embiid 5 years ago if you go into traffic like this and get hit by 3 people. And he's maintaining his balance, land on 1 foot, and making the shot. Shouts to Steph for adding like 25 pounds of muscle and it's made him a way better defender, and it's made him a way better finisher at the rim as well.
Yeah. Well, shit, we had asked this question before. Like, is this the best Steph we've ever seen?
Yes.
I think this has answered the question, bro. He answered the question right here. Like, even in 2016, when he was, what was it, unanimous in 2016, the MVP?
Mm-hmm.
When they were like 72-9 or some shit, 73-9 or whatever the record was. Not as good as this, man. The driving, like you said, the driving ability, like the float game, the layup package, everything. I mean, look, some of it has to do with the Kings, and their defensive, liabilities. But still, the man just straight up dominated this fucking game, man.
100%. And like we said, like last year when they won the finals, I was like, you go and see a different Steph Curry after this moment because he proved something to himself that he can be the best player on the best team, do it all himself, that he is that guy. And now I think that's the biggest difference between like the unanimous MVP Steph and this Steph is like when they were front running, they were up 12. That Steph was unbelievable. But when they were down 4 in a close game, he started to reach a little bit, started to push a little bit, didn't get things in the flow of the offense, didn't take the best shots that he could. And now this Steph, he has like a calmness to him, a serenity, where he's like, I know I'm going to show up in a big moment. I don't have to rush anything. I'll go through the contact. I win it at the free throw line. I win it by making a big pass. And it just seems like he's so self-assured now, and that's the biggest difference to me.
And only 1 turnover.
Yeah.
That's huge for Steph because he's a freaking turnover machine sometimes, bro. Man, I'm going to give this probably his second best game because game 4
in the finals
last year.
Was
oh, man. That was a good one. And then even though I'd still say second because I wanted to say that Raptors performance. Remember he scored that 47 versus the Raptors?
Yep.
Even though they ended up losing that series. But that was like, he was killing that game. But I think it kind of shows like his game, 3-point wise, we know it's going to age well. But I don't think he was shooting great from the 3. I mean, he was 7 for 18. That's not like a normal Steph 3-point performance. It's all the 2-pointers, man. Like we were saying, the driving, bro. It's dog. And good. The Kings, like the perimeter defenders, are good. Even though they don't have anyone that can block a shot on the whole team. Like Sabonis, he's just, he's there, but he's not really blocking shots.
Yeah.
Davis and Mitchell and like all those. I don't think Mitchell played this game actually.
What the fuck was Davis doing out there in Game 7? Like
game 6, they went small. He played well. I mean, he played okay in this game.
Steph missed a bunch of shots. Like he started to get discouraged by the fact that Steph was making shots, and then he started doing stupid shit. It's like, hey, you're playing against one of the best players ever. He's gonna make some hard ass fucking shots. Like, don't abandon the plan and then get cooked, which is what ended up happening. And then he negative on the offensive end as well.
He was just chucking it up, in that game. No, he didn't give a flying.
I never would have imagined that Terrence Davis would be like the X factor in a Game 7 against the fucking Warriors.
I mean, I don't think he played bad, bro. I feel like that's a disservice.
He played all year, and it's like in the biggest moment you gonna count on this dude. Like,
I mean, they win a little. He's bigger than Mitchell, right? What? Like, how tall is Terrence Davis? 6'4"?
All fucking time. Like the entire series, he did a good job on it.
Yeah, Game 6. I mean, I don't know, man.
Did a good job on
it. He did. I mean, that's the real reason they won. Like Fox got hurt. That's the real reason the Warriors won. Let's not even kid ourselves.
Kevin Herter hasn't showed up in the playoffs since he put Steph Curry's brother to sleep in Game 7. Steph that shit. He thought a mental note away. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna play you off the floor, buddy."
Nah, I mean it. Whatever. I just want to talk about Steph. We can talk about the Kings later, but
fair enough.
The man, he balled. So top 10 or what? I remember we talked about this last year. Did you put him at 10, right?
I've been putting him in there. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see after this season. I mean, if he wins another chip this year, that's gonna fucking catapult his ass. But if he wins another chip this year, it's gonna be like the discussion is Curry or Magic and top 5. That's gonna be the discussion.
It's definitely Curry or Magic. Top 5. It can, I guess it can be a conversation. But like his overall career, even though it's not done yet, it's not It ain't there yet amongst the greats. Like his overall, like all the numbers combined, it's not there.
Curry and Kobe right now is a discussion.
Curry and Kobe? Ooh, man.
I still think Curry and Kobe is a discussion.
It depends on what side of the coin you're on. It seems like the people that didn't play basketball like at a high level, they're just like clearly Kobe's like 10 or 11 or 12. And it's like everybody else who played, there's like Kobe's like second or third. Like he might even be the best player I've ever seen. And it's just like I don't know where the disconnect is, but Steph and Kobe, I'm not there yet, man. I'm not there yet. Like as good as Curry played in this game, I still don't have like the moments of Steph like hitting fucking buzzer beaters or game winners. Like, dude, he reminds me of like Reggie Miller, right? But not like the buzzer beater Reggie Miller. I'm talking about like the Reggie Miller that always kept his team into the game. Like every fucking time you had Reggie, you're like, hey, look, he can keep us, within 3. He can keep us within 2. We can go up 1, maybe. We can tie the game. But Steph misses a lot of buzzer beaters, bro. All those game winners. He even did in this series. He missed one, a crucial one. He scored like 40 points in that game. He missed a fucking scoop layup that he did all fucking game. And he missed that shit. I don't know. He's there, but he's not at the same time, bro. I think his like field goal percentage when it comes to like clutch time is still under 40%.
Yeah.
So I'm not fucking with it yet. He's still got some things to do. If he wins this year, maybe I can have that conversation. But not now. Not at all.
We'll see what happens. All I know for sure is old dude is on the upward escalator, just like that goddamn commercial.
He is, bro, but he's never made a fucking buzzer beater.
Let's talk
in a playoff game.
Talk about the dude on the other side of that escalator that was going down. The point god himself.
Oh God! Hold on.
Dude.
Before we leave, hold on. Before we leave, I just want to say, everybody's gonna be talking about injuries and shit. I get it. All right, you guys need to get over it. The Warriors won. I get Fox broke his fucking finger. It is what it is. He was scoring 32 a game when he was healthy. He was scoring 22 when he wasn't. Steph still won. It is what it is, bro. Fox is still out there playing pretty well. I mean, he averaged like 22 and 9 when he was hurt. So it's not like he was a bad player. You just gotta
I don't want
to give it up.
I don't want to hear no injury talk.
Give it up, baby. Give it up to the Kings.
These things happen. You know what I mean? They deserve to.
See.
Shout out to the Kings for giving like the best first round series that I've seen in the last like 10 years.
I think it was the most watched.
That shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was the most watched. It was the most watched in a while.
Yes, sir. Most watched Denver versus Phoenix? More than versus Warriors? Probably not. Especially after CP3 exited game 2 with a groin injury.
Predictable.
Phoenix now down 0-2. My big takeaway from this game is Nikola Jokic turned on the aggression button. He was like, Michael Porter Jr., you're invisible, you can't hit shots. Okay, I'll hit shots. Oh, Jamal Murray, you went back to being the version of yourself outside the bubble and turned back into a pumpkin. Okay, I'll just use Bismack Biyombo. My man had 40 points, I don't know how many rebounds, 6 assists, but he looked for the pass every time first, but after they took it away, he was like, fuck you, I'll shoot it in your face. And over and over again, and he made them. This is the best player in the world. I'm so happy to see him turn. I told you he's the best scorer in the NBA. He just elects not to shoot as often as other people. And I'm glad to see him in a game where he had to score and 2 of the other big 3 didn't show up. Jokic was enough.
I think it's Steph, but dude's close. He's close. He's close, bro.
You might be right. Defending champ. We've seen, but Jokic, we're starting to see what we wanted. We're starting to see what we've been waiting on.
No, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness, he looked like barbecued Trinidad jerk chicken out there, didn't he?
Oh my God, it was horrible. I mean, look, in some possessions he plays pretty good defense, and others it's like got to give it up.
Bro, they showed a possession of him playing good defense on Jokic at halftime. Kenny did on the TNT show, and one of the plays they showed was an and one where Jokic went around baseline and got an and one. And then Kenny goes, well, nothing you can do about that. That's just a great player right there.
Oh man. Hey, look, the dude is a fucking monster, bro. Like, honestly, dude, and for Jamal Murray, as great as he played in game one, and I don't even know, we probably missed both of the games because we did an episode on Friday. I think they probably played after that game one and game two. But game two, Murray, that shit was a disaster. And it didn't matter at all. Like, not one single second did it matter. Like, the game was close, but you can just tell, bro, once CP3 got hurt, I mean, that pretty much kind of solidified it because the Suns benches. Everyone except for
You're muted.
my bad. If you want to look at, like, the Suns bench played like ass. Everybody besides the big four played like complete garbage. If you want to say this is the new NBA and, like, you can, get all the depth that you need and all you need is, like, two superstars, I think you're right. But you can't just be top heavy with no help at all. Like, these dudes didn't even look like NBA players.
Guys, this is not 2013, okay? You did not put out what was his name? It was center for the Miami Heat before Bosch.
Fuck. Anthony?
Joel Anthony or something like
Yeah. Uh-huh.
that. Can't do that anymore, guys, and fill out the roster with Birdman and Mike Miller and a bunch of veteran minimum scrap heap buyout guys. Like, the league is too good. And they figured out, like, hey, if there's a huge liability on the floor that can't play offense or can't play defense, you're not going to make it past the second round. Period.
You won't make it past the first round, i.e., Bucks. Okay.
They had the best player hurt 3 out of the fucking 4 games they lost.
Hey, every game they lost, the bench players were playing like ass. So I give you the Bucks. I give you the Cavs. They had questions at, like, all the spots except for 4 guys. You can't just have 4 guys. You gotta have some other people. You gotta be like 7 deep, maybe even 8. Like, the Nuggets got dudes that can play.
And we saw the Nuggets just completely ignore Josh Okogie or Wainwright or Campaign. They were happy to let him take as many corner threes as he wanted. And I think they baited Chris Paul into taking, like, a lot of jumpers as well. Like, at first I was like, what are they doing with this drop coverage, giving Chris Paul these fadeaway jumpers from the elbow? I was like, that's 8 in a row. Like, he's going to make that all day. Those are layups for him. And then I was like, wait a minute. Chris Paul is jumping and landing on his knee 15 times in a quarter. Maybe this is part of a master plan. And the fourth quarter arrived. Chris Paul hurt himself trying to box out at the free throw line, went to the locker with a groin injury. Do you know when he'll be back? Have they announced it?
Nah, I haven't even cared. Once he got hurt, I just tweeted it. I literally was just like, Chris Paul, hurt, ... Predictable. That's it. I don't even care. I don't care how long he's gone. It doesn't even fucking matter. Like, that guy, it just looks like he's not going to be good. Because if he can't make that shot, his patented fadeaway 15-foot, jumper, Suns don't have a chance. And if none of the other guys can make a 3, there's no way they're going to. They might get. I mean, they're not going to get swept.
Kevin Durant were the only motherfuckers that could hit a 3. And
Kevin Durant
had like 24 points on 29 shots or something like that.
Hey, I'll be saying this shit sometimes. This is why I can never, ever put him, like, in any debates versus, like, LeBron or fucking any. Not the Kawhi shit. But it's like, he gives me these games sometimes. I'm just like, there he is. The KD I know. Just every now and then he'll just give me a stinker.
Getting locked up by Christian Brown, a white rookie.
Well, see, that's my thing, though, right? And I even want to say all-time top 15 guys, I would say besides Steph. Steph gave me a couple stinkers. It's not a lot of stinkers out there. You know what I'm saying? Games where they're just, like, completely just missing. Not like a game 2 in a fucking round 2. Like, what are we doing, bro? You can't. That was horrible. Every time he got the ball in the second half, I don't know what his numbers exactly were, but I was watching. I was like, this dude either is tired as shit from playing 40 minutes a game, or he's just off. Like, he was missing everything. I don't even remember him making a 3 the whole second half.
If only George Gervin had left to go play with Moses Malone or another best player in the world like Kevin Durant did, so we could have a good comparison for him.
Yeah. I mean, look, I know we got spoiled by LeBron, like, pretty much after Dallas. he hadn't really played like shit ever. But that game, I mean, I know he scored 29, KD did, but that shit was awful, man. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, and then tonight it was like 25 on 30 shots. It's so many long fadeaway twos off the dribble. And what
But that's
for this series, Terry? I said the Nuggets are counting by 3, and the Suns are counting by 2. They don't.
that's facts.
It's all mid-range jumpers. And if you look for the series, the Suns are shooting like 8% better from the field than the Nuggets are, and have been out by 30 across the 2 games.
That's the big thing. They can't make threes. 6 for 31 in this game. 19%, buddy. That ain't gonna get it done. And if KD, that's the thing though. Like KD and Booker, they can't just get 60 and expect to win. They got to get like 75 combined, or they're not gonna win. Like Chris Paul's only gonna give you 10, and Ayton, he might give you 15. If he gives you 20, you'll probably win. But I'm not counting on him to give me hella buckets with Jokic in the paint. He's not dominating Jokic in any capacity at any part of the floor at all. He get your rim runs, get those going.
This is a game that the Suns should have won. Like, against the Nuggets team, all their worst fears came realized. No true all-star next to him. Jamal Murray looked like
he missed.
He wasn't just missing. He looked shook. Like, he wasn't even taking shots until the last 3 minutes of the game after he got that layup to go, and he was staring at his hand like, finally!
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to bring the ball up the court. He wasn't trying to run pick and rolls. He was like, shit, I don't have it tonight. You just going to have to take us there, big fella. And Jokic was like, okay, hop on my back. Giddy up, motherfuckers.
Yeah, he played well. Jokic played well. But I still will say, like, I think there is another level Jokic should go up to. Like, as aggressive as he was and how he was good. He shot 62% from 2, made a couple threes.
Yes.
I still think
some $1 million moves and penny finishes as well.
Yeah.
Fakes Ayton out of his shoes and then miss a scoop layup right at the cup.
Yeah, but like I said, I still probably could be like fucking fooled by Jordan and LeBron and like watching a true superstar be at the top like all the fucking time and never really fuck up easy shit. But Jokic, every now and then I'm just like, come on, you gotta fucking take this Ayton kid. I will give it to Ayton though. He's trying his fucking ass off. I'll give it to him, but you're right, bro.
Hard. It just ain't enough.
Yeah, this Suns team isn't. The offense is horrible, bro. It's just horrible offense, and the rotations are stupid. I know CP3's out, but man, I mean, even some of the dumbass decisions that he was making, like KD or Booker has to stay on the court at all times. Like, I should not see both of them on the bench, and then CP3 and Ayton running pick and rolls. I'm like, what the fuck? No, never. Now CP3's out. Now you're fucked. Now I got to see more of campaign. Ugh.
And Landry Shamet, the ugliest man in the NBA.
Can't shoot threes anymore, Landry Shamet, which is absolutely ridiculous. Get with a shooting coach, Landry. You used to be able to shoot threes when he was who would he play for originally? The Clippers? The Nets? Was it the Nets?
I think it was the Clippers, then the Nets.
Man, he used to be able to knock them down.
Wasn't he on the Sixers for a cup of coffee, too? With Doc? No, that was the Clippers with Doc. It was the Clippers with Doc. I don't know.
Shout out, Doc.
Hey, shout out to Phoenix Suns. Y'all in trouble, man. I know that they say the series doesn't start until you win away from home, but when the Warriors went down 0-2 to Sacramento, I was like, they still got this. They're gonna win this shit in 7. I don't feel the same way right now with Phoenix.
Well, you don't believe in. So if you think Kawhi's better than KD, you think they're gonna get beat in 6 or 5.
Game that he was healthy. He strapped up KD and gave him 38 to take with him in a win.
He killed him. I'm still looking at that Hall of Fame thing. But anyways.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't know.
Paul, I called the injury before the playoffs start. I was like, I can't believe in a team that has 4 injury-prone guys.
I mean.
The town is. They're the betting favorite to win the West. Like, as soon as they got Kevin Durant, it was like, oh, slob. Like, I can't.
I mean, he's good, man. Like, Devin Booker's good. He's better than Jason Tatum.
Really good.
Yeah, Devin Booker's fucking great. If he would have stayed healthy this season, he's a first team, All-NBA dude. He's fucking good. He's the best shooting guard in the league.
I tell you what, he might be looking a little better than Jason Tatum right now. As they went down 0-1 to the Embiid-less 76ers, James Harden dropped damn near 40 points on their head.
Inexcusable.
PJ Tucker.
He did 45, brother.
Jesus Christ. PJ Tucker played 45 minutes and scored 0 points, and they still won.
0 shot attempts, 0 free throws.
What's going on, man? I thought you were an MVP candidate up there with Giannis and Jokic and Embiid.
It's time to pass the flag over to Jaylen Brown. Tatum's not aggressive, bro. It's like the coaches draw a play up for him, and then he'll be aggressive. Otherwise, he's just like, I'm comfortable just hitting my fucking moves and shooting a bunch of threes. Like, come on, you gotta be better than this. Like, I get it. He played a good game. He did play a good game, but without Embiid, you guys can't lose that game. Like, that is inexcusable. I mean, that's knocking them down, bro. Like, maybe that Hawks thing wasn't a fucking fluke either. Maybe they got some problems. Defensively, they have problems.
They're fucking lackadaisical. They didn't take us serious at moments because they're like, oh, we can just turn it on at any time. And Blake Griffin is out there in the fourth quarter, and you guys are blowing a fucking game 5. Like, the fact that Blake Griffin and Sam Hauser were playing 15 minutes in the playoffs in a game that you had to win, like, there's a hubris about this team that they're like, oh, let's start trying out stuff for the next round now. Let's start preparing for the finals when we play against the Embiidless 76ers. Let's see if Blake Griffin can hold up right now. To see if he can hold heat. Like, you don't have the luxury of playing the team ahead of you. You got to beat the team that's in front of you now, whether or not they have the MVP of the league. And you can see that mentality and their lack of appropriate respect and fear for their opponent cost them last night. And James Harden playoff performance in his career.
Nah, that's true. And also, I think they're doing some front office shit, bro. Grant Williams is up for a contract. They're not playing him. This dude helped you get to the finals last year, and he didn't play bad this year at all.
He was on Harden for a fair amount of the time last night, just getting.
He played 4 minutes. No, he played 4 minutes. Yeah, that's it.
Because he got cooked about 5 times in those 4 minutes.
It's all like, I don't even know how to explain what the fuck is going on in Boston, bro. I remember Zach Lowe, I want to say like 3 months ago, low-key kind of called this. He was just like saying that he doesn't think their defense is as good as everybody thinks they are. I think he might be right. These motherfuckers are getting cooked left and right. Like, but I was telling you this shit, and we agreed on it, though. Harden looks at Tatum and Brown. He's like, these motherfuckers aren't good defenders. Take this. Splash. Take this. Splash. He's killed them. 45? He sucks in the playoffs. He sucked for 10 years straight. And you let him get a career high. 45. On efficient shooting at that.
On a team that has the reigning defensive player of the year on it.
He sucks, bro. Marcus Smart, bro.
Come on. Can we
He's got to stop.
undo that vote and just give it to Robert Williams or something? Like,
Bro.
My man's fell off a cliff. As soon as he finally got DPOY, he's like, I did it. I've achieved everything I set out to do. And now, like, he has no shot at guarding James Harden. I will give him credit for throwing 4 of the wildest layup attempts up that I've ever seen and getting some of those to drop.
Yeah, he needed it, though. He needed it last night. I mean,
Still wasn't enough. And Embiid is like, what are you guys going to do when he comes back healthy?
Ah, man, I mean, this enables them to, like, kind of give him more of a break. I mean, they can let him rest for 2 more games, be down 2-1, and be like, look, we're pretty even with them. If we get the right bounces going, we can still win the series down 2-1. Get Embiid as healthy as possible. I can see that scenario. I mean, they fluffed this up. They better win this next game by 20. They're so lackadaisical.
Games at home, it's over.
I wouldn't say that.
The thing is with the Celtics, for all this arrogance and hubris, you should be ashamed of yourselves because you'll never have an easier path to the NBA Finals than what you have this year. With you guys fucking Hawks in the first round, Sixers team that's had questions all year without the MVP in the second round, and then the Knicks or the Heat, a play-in team in the championship. Like, you will never get a better route to the NBA Finals. And if you guys don't fucking take it, I think it might be time to blow that core up, huh?
Can somebody inform Robert Williams that the playoffs is here? I mean, what the fuck?
Onyeka Okongwu, who ate his lunch in the Atlanta series.
Hey, is he not the same anymore? I mean, he doesn't look the same. If he's not the same, we could just go ahead and call it. They're not.
He looks like a step slow mentally. Like he's just making the wrong decisions or taking long to get around to what he's supposed to be doing. Like he looks bouncy, he looks strong, he looks all that. He just looks like a little half step slow in where his eyes are supposed to be.
I don't know, man. It's just like they haven't really turned on like the postseason shit yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seemed like
they're won in game 2 against Atlanta, and they're like, "Oh, this is easy." And then from there, they let up, and they haven't been able to find the like proper amount of intensity that they need.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here, man. But you know, Horford was missing his threes. White really wasn't playing great defense last night either.
That game winner right in Al Horford's face.
Oh, take that. Take
Atlanta,
that.
Celebrating like you just won a championship after beating a play-in team in 6. Congratulations, you fucking scrub. Play center and shoot threes your entire career until you leave Atlanta, and now you want to be a valuable two-way player who can stretch the court. After we tried to get you to do that for a goddamn decade, and you refused.
It was a different league back then, man. Different league.
We had to fucking Pero Antic from Turkey because you wouldn't be a center who shot threes.
Hey, look, man. Also, Jaylen Brown. Give him the fucking ball, like in the second half, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Then it wouldn't be about Tatum. But then Tatum wouldn't get the shine, Terry. You know,
Are we sure?
Too. Come on now.
We're not
trying to upset the apple cart in Boston, Terry. We have an established hierarchy, and they know for sure that Jason Tatum is the best player on the team.
Hey, at this point, shit. I mean, even if Jaylen Brown makes third team, it seems like he might be out of there. I don't know if he's going to go to Atlanta.
I'm
he's
coming home.
Oh, man. Who are y'all going to trade for him, though? Is he going to be a free agent?
No, we'd have to trade for him, I imagine.
Trae Young? You probably have to give up, like...
I don't know. I think it would have to be. It would probably have to be Trae.
You like Trae over Jaylen Brown?
It's tough.
Ooh-wee. That's tough. But hey, who's winning this?
Fucking playoffs in assists. He hasn't played in like a week. You know what I mean? He's second in or third in points.
Man, you know how his assists are, though. Come on. They're selfish.
They are until he gets to the playoffs and you see all these teams are scoring like 85 points. It's like, hey, at least with Trae Young, we're going to hit 100 every game. Now, they're going to hit 100 too because he's out there. But at least we have an offense every fucking game with this dude on the court.
Yeah, you true. And he played a little bit better D, you know, in the Celtics series. So I'll give him that.
Higher can do for him, you know. Speaking of playing better offense, your New York Knicks topped out 101 points against the Miami Heat. We're unable to get over a Jimmy Butler that was hobbling around on one leg and one foot. Didn't have Julius Randle. Are you coming back to take game 2, Terry?
I would say, yeah. I mean, I definitely wasn't like discouraged from watching the game. Really, I think we.
You weren't?
Huh?
Tell me why.
Nah, I think we played well. We played well the whole game. Really, the only reason why we lost, motherfuckers missed wide open threes. Like everybody on the roster shoots around like 35%. I mean, we shot like 20% from 3. Like, and a lot of them were open. There was at least 10. I fucking wrote it down because I was like, the game was going by pretty easily. So I was like, all right, let me take some notes. They missed a lot of fucking open threes. Like Obi Toppin.
Barrett, especially.
Yeah. It was Obi Toppin missed some. Josh Hart missed some. Grimes, Quickly, Barrett. I mean, I know they're not great, but they can shoot better than that. If they get the same looks in another home game again, I'm going to give it to us. Plus, at a certain point, the Heat kind of started looking like the regular season Heat for a second. That offense didn't look like it was clicking. So if we can kind of, I mean, the Knicks defense is good. I'll give it to them. Like the Heat, they kind of caught fire for a second. They were playing well. They were playing fucking hard and scrappy. This is going to be a scrappy ass fucking series, but I think our defense is good enough for like their deficiencies are gonna hurt themselves. Like they might implode on themselves because their offense isn't good. Like I didn't see anything from the Heat offense where I was like, "Oh man,
you
this is gonna be
didn't
a
see
tough
those 3 full court passes from Kevin Love?
one." No, just get back on defense. Like I said, bro, it's just a couple things. All what I'm worried about is if Randall gets back.
Here we go. Talk to me, Daddy.
If Randall gets back, I'm gonna be worried because he sucks in the playoffs. 9 games, horrible. Not one good game. Stay away. Nurse that injury until we need you. I think because next round we play the Celtics. He's good versus the Celtics, so nurse that shit. I think we got the Heat. It's okay. We can take the Heat without you. You nurse that shit to the Celtics, and we play the Celtics. That's a good matchup for him.
The Celtics were arrogant and full of hubris.
No, they definitely are. The Knicks, bro. I'm not worried about it. That game 1, they played their asses off. RJ showed up.
Yo, if I were Tibbs, I couldn't wait till Randall gets back, and I'd play him at the 3, and I'd go fucking huge. I'd play Randall, Toppin, and
Straight.
Mitchell, and rotate Mitchell and
Volleyball.
Hardenstein. Yeah. 100%. We're going to dominate the fuck out of you guys on this glass. There's no way Max Strus can hang with Randall or whatever small 3 you want to put out there. Like, they want to play 3 guards and Jimmy Butler and Bam. And if Randall, Toppin, and Mitchell Robinson are out there, you can't do that shit. And suddenly their spacing is going to get terrible for the Miami Heat. They're going to have problems scoring. Like, if anything else, I think it creates a domino effect. If Randall's at the 3, you're going to have Jimmy guard him. And if Jimmy's on Randall, that opens up a lot of other things for Brunson and for the guys to get their shit off the glass, for Grimes, for Barrett. And I just think the entire thing is that could be a good thing. Even if Randall doesn't score too well, if he can get Jimmy in foul trouble with his out-of-control drives and the pressure he puts on the rim, if he can get Bam over-rotating to help at the rim, and now you're leaving these guys wide open, and now Mitchell Robinson is, going against Cody Martin for the offensive rebound, I like Randall coming back for your Knicks, but don't play him at the 4. Beat him up.
Well, what did you see from the game? Because that's pretty much what I saw. Was just we just missed open threes. We would have won that game if we made our open threes.
Jalen Brunson looked shook for the first time in a minute.
The Heat have good defense. No disrespect to the Cavs in their number 1 defense, but once you get to the playoffs, you can't just play 40 minutes of really high intense basketball. That's tiring as fuck. It's not gonna work. So, and the coach is fucking dumbass. So, anyways, good. What'd you see? Same shit.
I saw, like I said, Jalen Brunson wasn't a shot maker. He was getting into the paint, but then was unable to finish in that mid-range turnaround, post-up footwork area that he loves so much. And they were happy to let him in there. And they kind of trap him with length and be like, you're not going to get these outlet passes. We're going to get hands on him and deflect it, or we're going to come down and strip the ball. Kyle Lowry looked rejuvenated.
Yeah, for a second. He'll give you 1 or 2 of those games. So I think this is the one.
I gave up on him. You know what I mean? After last year, I was like, all right, he had personal issues. He was out of shape. This year, he's going to be back. He's going to be motivated. After seeing him all regular season, I was like, all right, he's cooked. He's washed. I'm out on Kyle Lowry. He's having moments.
Look, brother, he's got 1 or 2 games. This is the first one. You wasted it on game 1.
Well, they won it.
All right.
They didn't waste it. They won it. They ain't wasted it.
Hey, this is going to go 6 or 7. All right, so it's a slugfest. They wasted it. Win or lose, that's your Kyle Lowry game. That's game 1. You got 1 more in you, Kyle?
I hope they have a Gabe Vincent game, too. I was impressed how he's played after playing asshole regular season as well. You know what I mean?
Scrapped up.
But the biggest takeaway for me is the respect that Jimmy Butler has across the league. Because this dude was so clearly limping around the court and not moving well for the last 5 minutes, and nobody attacked him. Nobody attacked him. They could have put him in a bunch of pick and rolls, bring him all the way up in the top of the arc, put him in space, make him guard. Nobody did it. They're like, that's Jimmy fucking Butler. What are you, stupid? He could have a half a leg and guard somebody. That was my biggest takeaway, is that Jimmy Butler's mystique has reached another echelon.
He's a Hall of Famer, bro. You got to put some respect on his name. This dude, Who's in
Wait
there?
a minute.
Shit,
Wait
I
a
already
minute.
said Reggie.
You gonna call Jimmy
What?
Butler a Hall of Famer like that and debate Kawhi for a fucking year in your head?
The regular season numbers are crazy, bro. I'm telling you, them shits are insane. He's gotta give me something. Like, you were telling me Kawhi's got 2 finals MVPs. He got averaged 14 points a game in his first fucking finals MVP. Like, come on, bro. We know what it is.
He guarded LeBron.
Stop. Yeah, LeBron scored 36. Fuck out of here. Like, I respect Kawhi for what he did in Toronto, but you gotta do more than just, like, one series. He was great. You had a couple, years in San Antonio playoff-wise, you were great, but your regular season numbers are pedestrian. Now, I'm not saying Jimmy Butler's are fucking great, but Jimmy Butler's in the playoff, his numbers are better than a lot of motherfuckers that are in the Hall of Fame. A lot of people. And if he keeps giving us these moments, like Reggie Miller pretty much, his career's long. But we remember the shit he did in the playoffs. We're never going to forget what Reggie did in the playoffs, those buzzer beaters and shit. Outplaying, like, dudes on the Knicks, outplaying Jordan in some games. We ain't going to forget Jimmy Butler outplaying Giannis, who might be, at the end of his career be a top 10 guy.
Casuals might. We won't.
Come on, bro.
Not on this part.
Ain't nobody going to forget young Hemi. Hemi's going to be fucking, out there forever. But you're right. I don't know. We'll see how the Heat do this, man. Can the NBA turn the fucking injury sliders off? Like, stop. I don't want Jimmy hurt. I want to see Jimmy, bro. If we lose to Jimmy Butler, balling out, I'll respect it and I'll let him do his thing. But if he's hobbled and then we end up winning in like 5 or 6 and Jimmy only scores 20 a game, like, that's just disappointing. I don't want that.
Like I said before the game, Josh Hart, this is a tall task guarding Jimmy Butler. Like, I know you're
tough.
like kind of a like-for-like guy, but you're just worse at everything. You're smaller, you're weaker. He matches your intensity
at all.
Like, he's a big rebounder wing. You know what I mean? Jimmy Butler, he just does all the things that Josh Hart does, like, better.
But 17,000 times better. Don't even disrespect Jimmy Butler with that comparison. Like, Josh Hart isn't even half the passer.
No. I'm talking about, like, but in terms of, like, body type and all this other shit, like,
toughness?
Josh
maybe.
Hart is the best bet out of everybody to guard Jimmy Butler, and it was pretty clear game 1 that he could not do that. 5 fouls, like...
It was a tough game.
He got abused pretty bad. And I don't know where the, like, answer is. You know what I mean?
All right. You just got to take turns,
I think just
There's
let
not much
him
you can do.
go for fucking 50 and just stay attached to these shooters and just see if this motherfucker can get 57 games. I think that's the only solution. Is like, I'm not giving up a fucking Max Strus game. Like, no. Or a Kevin Love game. Or, like, one of these joints where some role player hits 7 threes. Like, I'm not doing it. Period. Like, you come out here and score 60 every night. And if you do, then you guys deserve to go to the next round.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing, see, everybody wants to blame Giannis and everything, but like we were saying, the Heat were on fire and Jimmy was on fire. Like, you can't have the rest of the team and Jimmy be on fire. You're not going to win. Like, it's impossible for you to win. That was the problem. Like, when they tried to double, the dudes kept hitting shots, so they kept having to kind of try to play Jimmy one-on-one. They don't have anybody to guard him. Like, Josh Hart is a good bet to, like, be a better defender for any of those other guys that were on the Bucks team. But I don't think there's really anybody else. I mean, like, RJ maybe, but he's kind of small. Like, he's got the size. He's got the size, but strength-wise, I don't know if it's there, man. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's hurt, so if he's not fully healthy, we're winning.
Put fucking Randall out there for 3. Go get Jimmy in foul trouble the other way. I think that's your best bet here. I still have the Knicks winning this series in 7, Terry. I'm not hitting the panic button just yet for you guys.
Nah, there's no panic at all. You said there was any panic in my voice in that whole thing? We're beating them. I'm not worried about it. Like, they're kind of turning into themselves. Our defense is too good. Like, the Bucks defense is fine. But once you kind of break it down and play the same team over and over and over, you're just like, oh, they don't have wing defenders. We got some guys that can play defense. And Tom Thibodeau's scheme, it ain't happening. I will say this, though. Mitchell Robinson, start hitting some free throws, or that's going to be something.
But before Eric Spoelstra
that's going to be a thing.
Hack Mitchell in the fucking third quarter.
Yeah, it's like every time he touches the ball, if he gets a rebound, he tries to go up, hold his arms, shoots him.
He's not bad, right?
I think he's like 70.
I'll take it for a center. I'll take it.
Yeah. From what I remember, he's like 70%.
All right, so we talked about Celtics. Yeah, we've hit all the 3 series now.
But who you got, Sixers, Celtics? We never said who you got in that. I think I
picked
still
the
got the
Celtics
Celtics.
before. I'll stick with my pick. Yeah.
Okay. No change after that game 1
I'm sure
atrocity.
Doc Rivers will continue to play PJ Tucker 45 minutes a night, despite him going scoreless, and then playing 4-on-5. We'll see.
So you think he should play who? McDaniels more?
Yeah.
And Melton played a lot.
And
Melton
you can
played
play
great.
some fucking Tobias at the 4 too. You know.
Tobias played well last night too.
So it's unnecessary. Like, I'm sorry. It's matchup specific. Big moments, I still love PJ Tucker. For 45 minutes in a playoff game, I can't get there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's playing good defense.
He is, but it's tough having a guy who can't score to rim, dribble, or pass and can only make corner threes.
It's tough. Somehow it's been working. Somehow every team he's played for has, been almost going to the finals or in the finals. So
a lot of the teams he plays with have like a stretch big that can shoot threes, so he can go gobble shit up on the offensive glass. You know what I mean? Get these big time rebounds and shit. If we're gonna, one of these teams, one of these days is gonna be like, we're just not gonna guard him at all. It's gonna be like the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he's gonna have to take 15 threes in one game, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, last series, the best series of them all.
Yeah, buddy.
It finally happened. We're back again, baby.
You did
We're
everything
back.
you could to prevent this from happening.
They should have lost. You know it. You know they should have lost. If Fox didn't break his finger, that's over in like 5 or 6.
Said earlier, like, I don't want to hear any injury stuff.
No, but it's true though. But if something is true, it's nothing I can do.
Still pulled this out in Game 7, whether Fox had a broke finger or not.
No, I'm saying Game 5, 6, and 7. Fox scored 22 a game. He was scoring 32. He dropped by 10, and he turned it over twice as much.
Also, Gary Payton getting back into the swing of things, playing more minutes, also a contributing factor.
We're not going to go in the past.
Let's talk about the future. 2 young whippersnappers in LeBron James and Steph Curry. Their whole career at him.
Steph is, the best player in the league versus the 7th best player we take in the playoffs right now, Young Bron.
Yes, sir. A clash of styles to be sure. The Lakers want to go slow. They want to. I mean, they say they're like, oh, we're going to push it in transition all the time. It's like, but LeBron is 40 and you don't. So stop saying that.
Yeah, no, you don't want to see that. LeBron can play 30 minutes a game if you guys go as fast as that Kings Warriors fucking.
Lakers, they want to go slow. They want to hunt mismatches. They want to protect 2 bigs. They want to grind it down, make it a half-court game. And they don't turn the ball over that often, and they don't foul. And they get a ton of foul shots themselves. Warriors, They speed up. They turn the ball over a lot. They foul a lot. They barely get fouled because they don't go to the rim, but they make a shit ton of threes, and they're going to be having whoever is attempting to guard Steph Curry run a marathon during this series. Who do you prevailed in this play? Or no, you already picked the Lakers before, but that was when you thought it was Lakers Kings. Now that it's Lakers Warriors, are you changing your prediction at all?
Yeah. So far, all of my predictions have been derailed by injuries. Not much I can do about that. Kawhi and Paul George just out here hurt. They were about to beat the Suns. You know it. Kawhi played game 1. They fucking smacked them. So let's not. Yeah. Come on now.
I just anticipated they would not be healthy. And Joel Embiid and Chris Paul would not be healthy.
Yeah. Anyways. It's all about bold predictions, all right? Anybody can just be like, oh, yeah, these teams are good. They're going to win. I want the bold predictions. LeBron going for 50. That's bold. No, that's not going to happen. Anyways, LeBron versus Steph again. So what do you make of the notion Steph is 15-7 versus LeBron all time in the playoffs? Is that anything for you?
No.
Steph's teams are just way better?
That's all finals record, too, right?
Yeah, it's all finals. I think they've only played.
That doesn't mean shit to me. Both those teams got to
the finals. Yeah, and the Warriors have never lost in the first or second or conference finals.
Out of Steve Kerr, right?
Yeah, under Steve Kerr, which is fucking unbelievable. That shit is crazy to me.
They got
But
the
anyways,
chemistry back. Draymond Green is being embraced by Jordan Poole after the game.
they're sort of back.
Is like taken Draymond's role and been like, I'll do the same things you do, but get 22 boards a fucking game. Like,
I think, yeah, the only things I think that are definitely going to be different, of course, like the pace is different. Looney probably won't be the same in this series because it's going to be, AD, LeBron, people that can actually fucking rebound the basketball and not. I'm not saying Sabonis can't, but he was literally like the
literally
only
led
one.
the NBA in rebounds.
No, it's just him though. No one else on his team. He's like Trey Lyles and Harrison Barnes and shit. Like that's pretty unfair. But it's a tough one for me, man. Like honestly,
the bigs are going to be interesting. What you talk about down there, because it's like the rebounder is going to be crucial. We already saw Anthony Davis is the best rebounder, on the Lakers, but he doesn't have any tenacity for rebounding or focus on it that Looney has had, since they defined his role and been like, this is your fucking job. LeBron James, I don't think has the desire to bang.
He's a good rebounder,
but to do it for like a 7-game series consistent.
He got 11. He got 11 a game.
He got 11.
So, yeah, but granted, it's JJJ, and Tillman was getting boards. I'll give Tillman
8 rebounds a game, and a bunch of undersized guys. And then the other side of that is, who is LeBron going to guard / not guard? Because I imagine that he's just going to leave Draymond. If they play the 2 big lineup with Looney and Draymond, they'll put AD on Looney, and they'll just put LeBron as a roamer. And they'll be like, don't guard Draymond. And I think that'll be like the first chess move that'll set things off between these 2 guys. Who LeBron guards or refuses to guard.
Yeah. Well, it's up to who's the third guy, man, in this matchup for the Lakers. Like, who's going to be the third guy? And they have a lot of guys that can step up in moments to be the third guy. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a set person. Like Reeves has to always get 20, or like Russell has to always get 20. But it's an accumulation. This is a different team, from the teams that played earlier in the season. This is a better matchup for the Lakers, dog. Like, I thought if the Kings would have won.
This is a better matchup for the Lakers than the Grizzlies?
No, then the Kings would have been. The Kings would have ran the Lakers off the fucking court. The Warriors, like, they go fast, but I don't know, like, necessarily, I'm not sure if they always want to just push the fucking pace every single minute of the game like they did. Like, Steph can do it, Clay can do it, Draymond's fine. Looney's okay with it, but at the end of the day, when you bang it with AD, when you bang it with LeBron, and the Lakers just got fucking like 7 other dudes that can score 15, which is insane. Schroeder, Russell, Reeves, Hachimura, Beasley, Vanderbilt. They got a fucking...
Probably not 50 Vanderbilt.
I mean, if they leave him open for shooting corner threes like the Grizzlies were, the dude he was like, all right, you think I can't shoot? Splash. I mean, like, I don't know, bro. I hope it's a really good series. But when I look at it, on the other end, if LeBron is just able to do absolutely nothing because Draymond's on the court. Now, the thing is, when Draymond's off, what are they going to do? Like, who's LeBron going to guard? I don't know. Kuminga maybe? Whoever they put on the court? DiVincenzo?
It better be DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo? I mean, but DiVincenzo can shoot. So, that's the other point of it. It depends. Like, if Draymond is going to do his normal shit, play 37 minutes, I think we're going to see a fucking vintage LeBron performance in a lot of these games. If you just let him rest on the other side, he's going to be like the bubble 2020. And it's only Golden State and LA. He ain't got to go nowhere. They're not on a plane going to fucking Memphis. I think LeBron's going to fucking dominate the series, bro. He's going to show us some shit that we haven't seen in a couple years. Give me some good virtuoso performances. And I got the Lakers in 7.
We didn't see him go hunting, even in that Grizzly series, as much as I thought he
Nah. He was
kept
chilling
in his back pocket. That's what he's always pulled out against Curry, is that I'll just hunt you and post you, and then I'll spot the action from a mile away in all your rotations and pass them.
Yeah.
And so he'll always have that, but Curry's a little stronger. I think Draymond Green is closer to being able to defend LeBron than he's ever been in.
I think, this is the best he can guard LeBron now because LeBron's pretty much just a post player or a
Yep,
three-point
and
shooter.
Looney has improved dramatically as an interior defender as well. You know, the question for me is Anthony Davis. Like, with Draymond, Looney both in the paint, like, I don't know how much room to operate he's going to have down there. And this year he has been a non-shooter completely. Like, he can't shoot outside of the elbow range. And I don't know, like, how efficient and effective that's going to be if they're just going to keep, like, Looney in there and keep, Draymond in there and kind of force the ball other places. I think Anthony Davis has to have a major offensive impact if the Lakers want to win this series. And he can't just be the guy who showed up in, like, 3 of those Memphis games. They're like, I'll give you 5 blocks, but I'll also take 7 shots this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as much as, I love Looney, AD's going to get his shit off on Looney. They can't do the one-on-one thing. And I think that and the Lakers shooting is kind of going to be a problem. It's going to be a chess match. Like, Kerr's a fucking fantastic coach, and Darvin Ham, we don't know shit about him. We really don't know what the fuck he's going to do, but they can't do the one-on-one thing. Like, AD still was really good versus, the defensive player of the year. For as little minutes that Jaren Jackson has played in the regular season, he was out there guarding AD, and there was a couple of possessions I was like, damn.
It's terrible. What?
Yeah.
Didn't show up for half the fucking series on offense.
He scored 30 twice.
Out of fucking 6 games, Terry.
Yeah, but they beat them easily. They beat them by 40 in the last game. Like, can we even count that?
Last game, 9 shots. Jeez.
They won by 40.
The game before that, I want to see.
31 points.
It was 3 games he just didn't show up on offense out of the 6.
Bro, they won by 40 points in the last game. There was no need for him to, like, exert any energy.
I'm still, like, not counting that. There are 3 other games where you didn't fucking show up, dude.
2 out of 4. 2 out of 5, I guess.
3 out of 6. You can't show up for half the games against the Warriors and expect to win the series.
Well, what if LeBron shows up for the other ones?
You're not playing the fucking Grizzlies, dude. This isn't a joke anymore. This isn't a fraudulent team that I didn't think had a chance at winning their first round, no matter who their opponent was in the Western Conference. All right? A legitimate championship squad. And the bar is raised, man. There are levels to this. Anthony Davis, you're not going to be able to be a one-way player and have them win this series.
So after what the Warriors showed you, and, congrats to the Kings, on their season and everything. Not that great of a team, if we're being fair. The Kings. It's like fucking Monk, Barnes scoring 5 points a fucking game.
Ran the Warriors out the gym, but now they're not.
Like I said, Fox decreased his points and increased his turnovers after he got hurt. But anyways, Keegan Murray, a rookie, was like your 3rd best player in games. Mitchell was a 0 on offense. Davis shot them out the fucking game. Barnes scored 5 a game. Monk shot the ball way too much. Sabonis acted like he didn't know how to play basketball. The Kings aren't that good of a team.
Beat the Warriors and
they almost did.
The Lakers in the next round. So
they took them to 7. I didn't predict the Warriors. I said Lakers are going to the finals. What are you talking about? If they would have played them, all they got to do is run. If you play against the Lakers, just run up and down the court and shoot threes.
Well,
that's a loss.
Preface. What's the point, sir?
I just told you, LeBron is going to dominate this fucking series. AD and Looney 1-on-1. Looney played great versus the Kings, and they don't have a fucking power forward. He's not going to do the same thing versus Anthony Davis. Rui can get rebounds. LeBron can get rebounds. It's not going to just be a fucking 20 rebounds a game. He can rebound. He's 6'10". I'm not saying he's great.
He's a terrible rebounder. Despite
I'm not saying he's great. But
let's start there. On the Lakers, who starts on Steph? Is it Dennis Schroeder? Is it Jared Vanderbilt? Is it Austin Reeves? Is Vanderbilt? You gonna start Vanderbilt on him?
It's gonna be Vanderbilt and Reeves. You gonna put D'Angelo Russell on him? It's the D'Angelo Russell revenge tour.
Spend a lot of time on him.
But he's not going to start the games, though.
No, man. So you gonna start Vanderbilt on Steph Curry?
Their starting lineup is D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt, Austin Reeves,
Well,
LeBron, and
you
AD.
have a Gala 11 starting the lineup like this is Barcelona with Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. You can change your starting lineup based on your opponents. Like Jared,
I mean, you can, but you go.
Russell are not written in fucking black ink. Like I'll erase them in it and write someone else's name if I need to.
So we're gonna start Schroeder?
No, I'm asking you. So you think Vanderbilt's the way to go? He guarded Ja, so he can guard Steph. Is what you're thinking?
He guarded Ja, he can guard Steph. We get it. Steph is way better than Ja, but like, I think that's your answer for quick guards. Vanderbilt and fucking Schroeder. But like, Schroeder's not gonna start.
40 and
so who do you?
I think Vanderbilt's they'll start him on Steph Curry. He'll get in early foul trouble, and they'll realize pretty early they can't do that anymore. Then they'll probably put Austin Reeves on him and try to hope that the length and the rotations can help him out, and that'll probably be their best bet. Schroeder will come off the bench and give him the 92 feet pressure, wear him down, tire him out.
He's pretty good at that though.
Be that effective.
As Steph, yeah. Nobody can guard.
But I don't.
I mean, look.
The answer. I think he's the first guy they're going to try, but I think they'll move off of it pretty soon.
I just think you could probably just switch everything with this team, though. To be honest, nobody else is going to hurt them except for Steph.
You would switch LeBron onto Steph?
Hey, double up. Somebody else got to beat him. What, you think LeBron can't play any defense anymore? He's done? His defensive days are gone?
That's your plan on defense.
So you think LeBron is a fucking cone?
Yeah, on the perimeter, guarding Steph Curry? Yes.
He's a parked car? He's nothing?
Paul, whatever you want to do. Come on, man. He doesn't have the oldest player playing in the playoffs. He doesn't have.
He's the best.
On a court or on a perimeter for 7 games. You saw how he ran Davion Mitchell into the fucking ground? And you expect the oldest player in the playoffs to do that? Come on.
You think he ran? He didn't run Mitchell on the ground. The coach is just like,
he
I like
ran
this
him right
Davis
off
guy.
the roster into the G League where he ran him.
Hell no. If somebody can play as good a defense as Mitchell played on Steph, that motherfucker will find a spot in the league. I'll tell you that.
I'll see
that shit was
playing
wild.
Davion Mitchell's style of defense, man. I don't know. I think the biggest thing, honestly, and I'm surprised we haven't talked about it yet. The Warriors beat the Kings in 7. Never got a clay game. They never got a clay game. Like, for his whole career when he's been healthy, you could count on 1 game a series at least that he wins the game for you and just goes ballistic. Never got it from him.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the key to this series is Klay Thompson. He has got to show up and make these shots. He has got to punish their lackluster defenders on the perimeter who make some bad mental mistakes. He's got to be. He's got to be old Klay.
I agree. So here's the thing, and this will be my gauge on what you think about the Lakers team as a whole. If the Warriors play exactly the same way, like if Steph is God, Draymond plays okay, Looney plays, does his thing. Klay does nothing. Jordan Poole does nothing. No one else does anything except for Draymond, Looney, and Curry. Can they beat the Lakers?
No.
Okay.
Wiggins and
Just
Klay
checking the
have to
gauge.
show up to. And they might need.
Oh yeah,
they might
Wiggins
need one
didn't
of
do much.
DiVincenzo and Gary Payton also. But
One of them. Somebody's got to shoot some threes.
If Anthony Davis doesn't show up, and if D'Angelo Russell reverts back to his old self that we've seen in the playoffs, if Malik Beasley can't buy a 3 like he currently has been since the trade to the Lakers, if Dennis Schroeder is going to turn into Dylan Brooks and try to take 21 shots in a pivotal games on the court, they got to have some things go right for them too, man.
Yeah, I don't know. So who you got? Sounds like you got Warriors. Well, you already said it. You got Warriors to the finals. You got them winning the whole shit, right?
Yeah.
The six seed boys going for it. I don't know. They showed me a lot of deficiencies in the first round. If they can kind of fix that, maybe. But I know the Denver matchup isn't a good matchup Denver wise, but I don't know if they can beat like the Lakers or Denver, kind of playing how they did against the Kings. I know styles make fights and everything, but that shit was ugly.
It's easy until Clay hits 11 threes. And you're like, oh, what are you gonna do against these?
Yeah, I mean Clay didn't play great, but he did hit like some timely threes. So
like, I
I'll give
forget
him
what
that.
game it was. I think it was 3 or 4, but it was. I was like, oh, the Clay game. Here he goes. He's heating up, and then Jordan like, I'm taking the next 4 shots. I was like, oh, there that goes.
Man.
But yeah, we're taking the word.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be fireworks. This is probably the most anticipated non-finals playoff matchup. I don't know, maybe in my fucking lifetime, man. Like, this might do better ratings than the finals.
Depends on who's in the finals.
Unless the Knicks are in the finals, this is going to do better ratings than the finals.
Lakers Knicks or Lakers Celtics might be crazy.
No. Nobody gives a fuck about the Celtics anymore. They're trash. They're dumb. We're sick of watching it. We've seen this story. You guys can't even get past the Sixers without Embiid. Can barely squeak past the Hawks, a play-in team.
Joel, they're going to announce the MVP tomorrow.
What about it?
Or
they were like,
about what?
You excited for them to announce the MVP tonight?
He probably doesn't care because he didn't give a fuck the last 2 months of the year.
He was like, "Oh, they are. That's cool. I don't care."
Whatever. That's why I didn't vote him MVP because of that shit.
While Embiid was busy sitting on the fucking sidelines, icing his knee. Like, you know, I hate how I've like had to become a Joel Embiid hater to some degree because it's like you can't just like Jokic anymore and just be like, "Oh, he's the best." You also now have to be like, here are all the reasons I need to poke through Embiid so that anybody will listen to Jokic being good at all. I fucking love Joel Embiid, man.
You do. He was your favorite player.
He was. But you know what? Some things are thicker than water.
The big white hope. The big white hope. I don't know, man. I don't know, brother. I got Lakers in 6.
Alrighty. Good luck with that. They took care of the Grizzlies in 6. And that ja 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 hey. Goodbye.
Get your shit off.
Was 13 too high?
Are you vindicated now or something?
13 too high?
Nah, he's like 8. He's like number 8. Come on, name him. Give it to me again.
I do feel vindicated. Like, I didn't believe in this experience from the beginning. I think he's the most overrated player in the league now that Kevin Durant rated and is taking 30 shots to get 25 points and every.
You gotta stop with this KD You gotta stop with this KD slander, bro. It's ridiculous, man.
Terry. It's not slander. It's facts.
It's just one game. The most overrated player in the league, Jordan Poole.
He just sucks. His own coach. Draymond Green had to campaign for them to play Jordan Poole for him to get back in the playoff rotation. Like
Jason Tatum.
He's starting to get properly rated. Trae Young voted most overrated by his peers.
I mean, that's just. I thought he was underrated. He was the most overrated? Wow. He played well in this series. I agree with that. But go ahead, get your Memphis off before you don't get distracted.
It's just so predictable. All the bluster, all the bloviating, all the trash talking, front running when you're up 15. None of the grit, none of the mental toughness to like learn how to dig yourself out of a hole. Missed the biggest leader on the whole team, the only guy who had a shred of accountability, is Steven Adams. And John Morant, the superhero, put on his cape and led the Grizzlies to being the first team in Western Conference history to lose to a playoff team. Way to make history, Ja.
A play-in team?
Huh?
A play-in team?
Sorry.
Is that what you mean?
First team in the history of the Western Conference to lose in the playoffs to a play-in team. that would have not made the
Cool.
playoffs originally. Hey,
They played without centers. They didn't have a
He's
center
fine-
on their roster.
fine
What
in
the
the
fuck are we
West.
doing?
so fun.
He's fine if he has.
He
Go
had
ahead.
the most historic loss in the history of the Western Conference, in the history of the NBA. Basketball has been a professional sport. No playing team has ever won in the first round until they went up against John.
Oh, come on, man. This all you got? You gotta give me something better than this. I was expecting a
Kevin
full-on
Terry.
assault.
He didn't even make it to 7 games, dude.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm Ja. I'm done.
My turn. Look. Come on. What do you expect from a dude? He doesn't have any center. There's no center on the roster.
Exactly.
No center. No center on the roster, bro. I did not expect them to win this series. Like, I don't think anybody did. No one fucking did. He's missing a very key, important part of their team. Both of the guys, actually. Brandon Clark and Steven Adams. Ja, you did your thing. Your boys got second seed again. Come back healthy. They might make another run. Weren't saying this shit last year. Very excited about him last year.
Clark
Just
and
saying.
Steven Adams when Tyus Jones was running point. Looked pretty good without those two guys then. Luke
All
Kennard
right.
over 50% from
All
the
right.
fucking three.
All right.
Suddenly facing
Hey,
and
good
good decision
job.
making. Like, oh my goodness, how about this? Look at all this. Look at all these points we
Well-
scored. Look how Jaren Jackson has turned into an offensive monster. Oh wait, Nas back. He's
So-
relegated
so-
to be at a 16-point per game score.
I know you're not saying they should replace him with Tyus Jones, but you think where is he at point guard wise
for
for you?
Jason
then?
Tatum
If you
for Jalen Brown.
John Morant for
Start
Jalen
Ty Jones
Brown,
at point, put Jalen Brown on the team. Move on.
I
I wouldn't a heartbeat. I wouldn't even
Nah,
have
that's
to
not a
think
good
about
team.
it.
They still need like someone from the guard position still has to like score. But the thing
Yes.
for John's defense
At
is that
40 in
that's
2
the fuck.
games, bro. Luke Kennard is the best 3-point shooter in the league. What are you talking about? Oh, what a guard has to score.
The lead guard, not Desmond Bain. Cool. He scored fucking. How much did he score in that game?
I'd much
36?
rather
Did they
Jaren
lose?
Jackson scores. I'd much rather Jalen Brown scores. I'd much rather Luke
Jackson,
Kennard take those shots.
bro. I love Jaren Jackson, but all he can do is shoot fucking threes wide open and dunk.
We
Do
saw
something
Tyus
else.
Jones out there getting the ball at the nail, making 1 or 2 moves like Embiid, getting all the way to the cup with a nasty face-up game, a lot of length, a lot of athleticism.
Where's Ja point guard wise? I know where you think he is amongst all the guys. You think he's like 15 or 16. But like, how many points are you taking above him? Brunson, Drew Holiday, Steph, Luka, I guess, if you count him as a
Keep
guard.
going. Fuck yeah.
Anybody else?
All right, let me see
Anybody else?
here. God damn it, Bob Cousy, why are you on this list?
Wait a minute. He wrote down a list. Bob Cousy, John Stockton,
Right.
Steve Nash.
And I was like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
Luka, Steph, Dane, Bob Cousy.
Pete Maravich.
All right, let me get serious here. I take over him.
Oh, shit.
I take Steph
Yeah,
over him.
Dame.
I take SGA over him.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Maybe.
I take Brunson over him. I take Drew Holiday
4.
over him.
5. Drew Holiday gave me a stinker.
Drew Holiday's a
Hell of a
champion.
stinker.
God
Fucking.
damn it,
Go ahead.
Terry. Drew Holiday also
Go
made
ahead.
my All-NBA team over him, so there's no debate for me here. Okay?
I'll give you Ja. Go ahead.
Dane,
6.
De'Aaron Fox.
Too soon. But yeah, I'll give you 6. If you say 7, so he's not even a top 20 player.
What does Ja do in the play? De'Aaron Fox has. At least De'Aaron Fox went to 7 games in the playoffs.
Ja made the second round last
Oh,
year.
when they
What
beat
you
the
talking
fucking playing Timberwolves, the moribund fucking corpse of the Timberwolves that had Beverly standing on top of the scorer's table as their second best player. That team,
MVP.
But in about a year, we might be looking at this and putting Darius Garland above him, putting Jamal Murray above him, putting Trae Young above him, and putting Tyrese Halliburton above him. I tell you what, in 2 years,
what about Kyrie?
LaMelo over him too. No, not Kyrie. He's done. Nah.
That's the
line of
that's the bar.
Kyrie.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's somebody else they were missing.
Derek White.
That might be it though. That's disrespectful as fuck.
One of the best
That's hella disrespectful. Nah. John's good, man. He just needs to control the way he plays. He plays like a fucking wild man.
Donovan Mitchell.
He's good. He's
point guard as well.
I can't give you Donovan, but yeah, I guess so. I mean, look, I don't think Ja's ever gonna be like this fucking floor general. He's Russell Westbrook, So just keep doing your thing, Ja. You're top 25 in the league now, I guess.
Bye. Again.
Yeah. Yo, next year, does it matter ever if his team is always a top 3 seed? Since he's been the star of the team.
Matters.
That never matters.
But it matters less when you don't capitalize on that in the playoffs.
I got you. Because they were what, a three seed last year?
Rosen and Kyle Lowry, and it was like they're the number 1 or 2 seed every fucking year in the East. Get their LeBron in the playoffs.
I mean, that's
the same type of feeling about this. It's it's nice, it's cool, but we know what it is as soon as the playoffs show up, and you guys turn into fucking pumpkins.
Where's Dylan Brooks going?
Lithuania?
No, he's going to be in the NBA. Where is he going? Who's going to pick him up? Oh, God. Come on, bro. Stop. Don't get these scraps. Get somebody good, man. Atlanta's a good market. Stop getting Dylan Brooks. He doesn't speak English. No.
Honestly, he should go to the Cavs. He should go to the Cavs. He should go 3. They need the scrappiness. They need somebody who's willing to take a shot on the perimeter.
Yeah, but he needs to work on his 3-point game. He lost all his confidence in this game. Don't talk shit to LeBron. I mean that's number 1.
Dylan Brooks are going to derail their season, and they're going to cost them, and they know him. Bulls, eye on that one, sir.
No, that's true. No, that's true. He was done after he talked to LeBron all the disrespect. He was done. But I will say this year, he shot under 40%.
He's super inefficient for a hot minute, bro, and he loves shooting. He never made a shot that he doesn't like.
Yeah, but the last 3 games, he didn't even want to shoot. You got it, you're useless.
Right now. Hide it from the media, hide it from the team, hide it from the fans. Deleted his whole Instagram account and every post he ever made. He is,
Yep.
What is that motherfucker? J.D. Salinger, who wrote The Catcher in the Rye and then did in the middle of nowhere for 60 years? That's what Dylan Brooks is. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. My thing is this, though, bro. I don't mind you being overconfident and, shooting shots that you're not supposed to shoot. If there's a hierarchy of actual guys that he will respect, too. Of course, LeBron's his competitor, so he's going to show him disrespect. But, clearly, he didn't see Ja as, a dude that he respect. Because off the court, he must have been doing some crazy shit. So he's like, this dude doesn't put in the work. I can just shoot whatever I want. No one's going to tell me anything. Because Steven Adams isn't an offensive player. Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't really have an offensive game. So he's just looking around at the other dudes like, who else is going to take it? Me. But if he goes to, Cleveland, he's like, all right, Donovan, this dude's a fucking beast. And he ain't taking no shit.
It could be an answer. I like Cleveland.
It could be. But if he has no confidence, he is useless.
No, though,
he's
because
absolutely
we
useless.
saw fucking Josh Hart was completely out of confidence and looked like he couldn't make a shot again in his life. And then, hey.
Mm-hmm. He was playing for a shitty team. Yeah. That makes sense, too.
That might be, actually, I don't think Dylan Brooks can play on a shitty team. He'll just start a fight Yeah, if Dylan Brooks is
No.
on the Rockets this year or something, like he'd just get in a fight in practice and
He get in a fight with Ime Udoka.
he blew that one too.
Shit.
He makes hands, sir.
Man. Oh yeah. So you got Warriors, Nuggets, and you got Celtics, Knicks. All right. Hopefully that stuff goes down. It'll be interesting, man. The NBA is in a weird NFL like spot. You know, unpredictability. I kind of like it. It hasn't been like this in a long time. Yeah, I actually like this way more than like, oh, it's gonna be the Cavs and the Warriors again.
The casual fan, they don't like it as much, but it's like if they're legitimately like 10 teams, they can all beat each other. That's so much more fun. That's
Yeah. Who? I haven't heard that anyone disliked what was
like
going
the
on.
ratings.
You heard that?
Like dynasties and build ratings. Like
Oh.
those Cavs Warriors finals had like crazy stupid ratings because we had 4 years to build the national story of these two teams and introduce the central figures to like casual fans and like so even my mom who like knew nothing about the basketball knew the Cavs Big Four and the Warriors Big Four and shit. This year, if it's Knicks versus Nuggets in finals, like what percent of people in America could name the starting lineup for both teams?
Here's the thing, bro. Like, even if it's, even if you got all-star team versus all-star team, a casual, like my mom's not going to watch the finals just because LeBron, KD, and Steph are all on one team. Like, if you don't care, you don't care. The people who are going to tune in are the people who love basketball.
Okay.
Like, my mom's less than a casual. All I'm saying is like, you guys are fine. You're making billions of dollars. There's nothing you can do, in my eyes, that can like change fans' eyes of what they're watching. Like they're already toxic as fuck when it comes to every conversation about who's the best, top 10s, MVPs. This is just the environment of what we're doing. And TikTok, YouTube, stop making your highlights available. Fuck it. Make fucking longer clips. Make shorter clips. I don't know. Something's got to change, but I just think you have what you have. I don't see it really changing. Like the NFL is rare because their highlights are more of like you can almost see like a whole series in a highlight because the games are a lot longer and you have to kind of watch more of the game. You can't just like tune in to the last 30 seconds and be like, "Oh, I watched that game. I don't need to see anything else." Because basketball kind of has like that finality to it. Football seems a bit different where it's like a team can be down 7, but you feel like if you didn't watch everything before, you kind of missed the whole game. You can't just like watch the last possession of a fucking football game and be like, "Oh yeah, I watched it," because you missed the other team and how they scored.
Well, if you score
different.
5 times, you're going to be really. And in basketball, if you score 5 times, you play in elementary school.
No, that's true. It's just different sports. I don't think it'll ever catch up to the NFL, so I don't think they should try to, do things to do that. Just be yourself. I think you're working fine.
They may be able to catch up to the MLS, at least here in Charlotte. Like, Charlotte FC, the whole city is buzzing. Everybody loves it. Now it's like they've lost fucking 12 out of 15 games. They want the coach fired. They can't fill out the local bowl. People are like losing their appetite real quick. And the Vic Yama arrives in Charlotte as that number 1 pick. This city, soccer city to a basketball city before you even know
it. Yeah. Hey, if they get the number 1 or 2, Scoot and LaMelo, just stay healthy.
No,
LaMelo's good.
I don't want to see it. No Scoot and LaMelo.
No Scoot?
Basketball. They're gonna have to
Why not
print another basketball for both of them to have.
Or how about this? How about you just play Mark Williams?
It's almost like he averaged a double-double in the games he started as a fucking rookie.
Just saying. I don't know. But whatever. Anything else? We out of here? We out of here? Anything else you got? We gone?
Lakers, Warriors, Game 1 will already be in the books by then. We'll be previewing Game 2. We'll have a better picture of where we're at in the Celtics and Sixers series. And by Friday, Terry, the Suns may already be back home, sitting on the couch watching the games like you.
It's a possibility. Hey, round 2, Hurricanes. We back. Going for the Stanley Cup.
Wardrobe.
They're in the city. Nah, I've done that before. But yeah, hey, comment, subscribe, bro. Help us out. We're trying to be fucking millionaires out here, all right?
We're looking for subs. And I ain't talking cucks.
North Carolina, continue to stand up. We out of here. Peace.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.